Back in 2003 and 2004, the Red Sox and Yankees played two of the greatest postseason series I've ever seen. And for the first time since 2004, the Red Sox and Yankees will be playing again in the playoffs. It is now official as the Yankees have beaten the Athletics in the wild card game, which really I kind of saw coming. I mean, it's kind of sad because, Oakland had like this really great run, but as soon as I knew they were playing the Yankees, it was kind of a foregone conclusion that they'd get, smoked at Yankee Stadium. If they could have found some way to get the game to Oakland, maybe it would have been closer. I still think the Yankees would have won it. But as it is, Red Sox and Yankees playing again in the ALCS and ALDS, I should say. And this is going to be interesting. I'm actually not feeling that like this is as epic as those other two times. I mean, it's almost impossible to duplicate what happened in 2003 and 2004. Just that heart-wrenching 7-game series in 2003 with all the drama and the fights, and then Aaron Boone's home run, and then the comeback in 2004, and it looked like the Yankees were going to sweep the Red Sox, and of course we all know what happened. Red Sox made history, winning 4 in a row, 2 thrilling games at Fenway, and then, Game 6 had a lot of controversy, and Curt Schilling's bloody sock. Game 7 was a blowout for the Red Sox, and it was just an incredible thing. Really got me into baseball. I mean, that's what really kind of kept me interested in baseball, and, what kept me watching year after year after year. And honestly, other than, a couple of years, and, I've been able to see the Red Sox win 3 World Series, but, I mean, recently, the last, 4 or 5 years or so, baseball just hasn't had that same spark for me. 2013 was the last time it really did, which is when the Red Sox won the World Series. But even in other years where they haven't won or they just, haven't been as good, just baseball in general hasn't really had as many of those moments for me. And, with the Red Sox winning 108 games, this feels really different. Like, in 2003 and 4, the Yankees were the big, bad team, winning all the World Series. The Red Sox hadn't won in 86 years. It always seemed like they were just one game away from beating the Yankees. They could never quite do it. They'd have a few good moments here and there, but the Yankees would always come out on top. They, their fans would always jeer us, and that would be the end of it. And then, of course, the Red Sox won in 2004, and they won by beating the Yankees. And that I think, was a very cathartic thing, not just to win the World Series, but to do it by beating the Yankees. So, since then, the Yankees won in 2009. The Red Sox have won in 2007 and 2013. So, it almost, in a way, just kind of feels like they're two teams. Like, they're two teams from the Northeast that play each other tough. Even in this modern era of Red Sox-Yankees baseball, the games are all really close. And, in fact, the season series, I believe the Red Sox won it like 10 games to 9 or something. So it's not, the Red Sox, for all their wins and how great they were in the regular season, they weren't really dominant against the top teams. I think they had a losing record against Houston. They were around 500 against the Yankees. And those are the teams that were likely going to have to play. Even Cleveland, I don't think they were that great against. So going into the playoffs, I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that they beat the Yankees. I think that they can, and I think that they probably will beat the Yankees in a 5-game series. And I'm just hoping these games will be as much fun as the games in the regular season were, because there were a lot of good Red Sox-Yankee games this year, but there's still just not that same animosity that they had in 2003 and 4. The same hatred between the players, the drama with, like, Pedro and Who's Your Daddy, and just all the stuff that was going on during that time, and how much the Yankee and Red Sox fans hated each other. I don't even feel that as much. Because, like I said, it's been so long. It's been 14 years since they played each other in the playoffs, and those series were just so unforgettable. Even if this series goes 5 games, and, there's a lot of close games, I don't think it's going to be anywhere near those games. It's a shame it's not another ALCS. A first-round series between the Red Sox and Yankees doesn't have the same weight as, obviously a second-round series. But either way, it's still an incredible thing. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if it's just because of the nostalgia or because I think it's really going to be a good series. I think both teams have strengths, both teams have flaws. And really, even looking at the last couple of years, it's been an interesting dichotomy of the teams. The Yankees were expected to be, rebuilding last year, and they make it to the Game 7 of the ALCS. The Red Sox, on the other hand, are supposed to be this really good team. They were disappointing last year. This year, I don't think anybody had them at 108 wins. Everyone thought this was going to be the year the Yankees kind of, just took care of the Red Sox because of Giancarlo Stanton. But they were, they still won 100 games. Both teams are really good teams. And that's kind of lost in the shuffle, is that for all the Red Sox dominance, they haven't been that far ahead of the rest of the pack. You got the Astros with 103 wins. Yankees with 100 wins. I mean, what do those wins really mean at the end of the season? Unless you can win 3 out of 5 against your opponents in the postseason. So we're going to see what happens. I'm going to pick the Red Sox in 5, but I'm not confident in it. Because if I was, I'd say Red Sox in 3. But I think what's going to really matter, and this was going to be the case no matter who they played, that they have to get a good game 1. I cannot watch another postseason where the Red Sox get smoked in like the second inning of game 1, and I'm just sitting there going, well, that's the end of that. Chris Sale needs to come out there and not just win the game, but really convincingly win the game. Like 7 innings, 1 run, 10 strikeouts or something. Like he needs to really make a statement at Fenway Park, no less, where the Red Sox haven't had a home field advantage the past couple of years. They have it this year throughout the playoffs, so I'm hoping that makes a difference. I don't necessarily think the Yankees are really phased going into Boston, and I don't think the Boston's really phased going to New York. So it's going to be interesting to see. Of course, David Price will be the wild card here, but anyone's guess. Right now, I'm looking forward to some more Red Sox Yankees baseball. Let's check it out.